Every place around the nation is unique, but here are 7 things that are kind of strange about St. Mary's County, Maryland. What's up, everybody? My name is Rob Scout. I'm a realtor down here in Southern Maryland with EXP Realty, and the goal of this channel is to help make your move to Southern Maryland so much easier. And I try to do that by giving you information about different areas and also fun information like this, like 7 strange things in St. Mary's County. So let's go ahead and hop in. The first one's going to be St. Mary's County is home to the National Oyster Shucking Competition. I know that seems kind of crazy, right? Just this little rural county, but it is. So whoever goes to this National Oyster Shucking Competition in St. Mary's County has a chance to go to the worldwide oyster shucking competition in Galloway Bay Island. It becomes like a whole weekend event with tons of food, tons of vendors, and of course, tons of oysters as well. And you can go and watch these people shuck oysters. There's an amateur event, there's a women's event, and there's a men's event as well. And honestly, it's probably one of my favorite festivals of the whole entire year. Now, number 2 is kind of in the same vein, but St. Mary's County has a fair. So we have our county fair every year in September. Schools close for one of the days, and it's a lot of people go out and enjoy it. There's, of course, the normal fair rides and all the different stuff, but one of the highlights is all the different farm animals that come from the 4-H clubs that you can go walk through and see all the demonstrations with too. Number 3, we actually have a really big Amish and Mennonite community. Now, one of the things that I always want to caution people when they come to the area is that you might see horse and buggies on the road, and to give them grace. Get to the side, make sure you give them plenty of space on the road so they don't get hit. It's one of those things that you have to be courteous and share the road. The 4th strange thing about St. Mary's County is it's home to Pax River Naval Air Station. Now, for people that live here, it's probably not strange because we've had it for a long time, but it's wild that a rural community hosts such a cutting-edge research facility for the Navy. I mean, there's tons of different planes that go through here and other craft as well that just are pretty wild looking. And sometimes when you look up, you're shocked at what you see. And the Naval Air Station is definitely a big part of the history of St. Mary's County, but one that was even bigger and one that you won't really see much remnants of anymore was actually tobacco farming. St. Mary's County was a huge area of tobacco farming for a long time until about 2001 when there was a big tobacco buyout. Now, you may not see many tobacco crops anymore, except for like some of the Amish grow tobacco, but what you do see is a whole bunch of tobacco barns, and they become kind of a historical presence in the area and a really interesting piece of history in St. Mary's County. The number 6 strange thing is we don't really have many town centers. So when you think of a large county like this, like in landmass, you would think there would be more town centers, but there's not. The only real town center is going to be Leonardtown, and downtown Leonardtown is only really, 5 to 10 blocks, but it's right on the water when you walk down to the wharf, and there's tons of new restaurants coming, and it's really seeing like a revival right now. So while it is strange there's not many town centers in St. Mary's County, the one that we do have is really on the upswing, and I highly recommend checking that one out when you get here to St. Mary's County. And my last one, number 7, is one that you probably were wondering. There's lots of stories about it being haunted. Now, there's tons of different stories about Mole Dyer. There's also the Devil's Ball Yard, which is on St. George Island. And then 2, right down at Point Lookout State Park, the lighthouse itself is said to be one of the most haunted places in all of the United States. With an area with so much history and so much lore, it's not a shock that so many people feel like there are a lot of hauntings, and I kind of believe them too, especially Point Lookout. I've been there before, and it is a creepy place, and you definitely feel a little bit off whenever you're there. But if you're into ghosts, if you're into that kind of stuff, or just feel like being a little spooked sometimes, a lot of these places like historic Sodderly Plantation and Point Lookout will offer ghost tours around that Halloween time as well. So it's a cool time to go out and see some of these strange places around St. Mary's County. Look, hopefully you enjoyed these 7 strange things about St. Mary's County, and hopefully it makes you a little bit more prepared to move here when you do. And if you have any questions about your move, use that contact information below. Call me, text me, and I'll be happy to help any way that I possibly can. I really appreciate you watching this video, and hopefully I'm going to see you on the next one.